The Leaning Tower of Pisa, a captivating structure in Italy, is famous for its tilt. But this wasn't intentional. Construction began in 1173, during a time of great architectural ambition. The tower was meant to be a grand bell tower, part of a cathedral complex, symbolizing the city's wealth and power. Almost immediately, the ground beneath the tower started to shift. The ground was softer on one side, causing the foundation to settle unevenly. This is what made the tower lean, creating its iconic tilt. The builders noticed this problem early on. They tried to adjust the construction as they went, making the upper floors slightly taller on one side. However, this couldn't fully correct the lean. The tower continued to tilt as it grew taller, defying the builders' efforts. Construction was even paused multiple times over the centuries because of wars and political issues, adding to the challenges. Every time work resumed, the lean was a problem that the builders had to work around, showcasing their ingenuity and determination. The Leaning Tower of Pisa's tilt became a defining feature, but it also posed a significant challenge for engineers and architects over the centuries. Over the centuries, the lean worsened, becoming more pronounced and alarming. This was due to a combination of the soft, unstable ground and the immense weight of the tower itself. Various attempts were made to stabilize the tower, each with varying degrees of success and failure. In the 1800s, engineers tried to remove soil from beneath the leaning side, hoping to counteract the tilt. They thought this would help level the tower and reduce the lean. However, this actually made the lean worse, exacerbating the problem they were trying to solve. The soil removal was not precise enough, and it destabilized the foundation further, causing more issues. During the 20th century, concrete was injected into the foundation to try and strengthen it, a more modern approach. While this temporarily slowed down the tilting, it didn't solve the underlying problem of the uneven ground pressure, which continued to be a concern. The Leaning Tower of Pisa continued to be a source of fascination and concern, its future uncertain but always captivating the imagination of people worldwide. By the 1990s, the Leaning Tower of Pisa was in a critical state. The tilt had reached over 5 degrees, a dangerous angle. Experts feared it was on the verge of collapse, a disaster waiting to happen. The Italian government closed the tower to the public in 1990. They formed a committee to find a solution and save this iconic landmark from ruin. One of the first things they did was install temporary supports to stabilize it. Massive lead counterweights weighing hundreds of tons were placed on the north side of the tower. This helped to counteract the lean and buy some precious time. However, this was just a temporary fix, not a permanent solution. The engineers needed a long-term solution to stabilize the tower and prevent its collapse. After much deliberation, engineers decided on a technique called Underexcavation. This method was chosen after considering various other options, as it promised the best results with minimal risk to the historic structure. This involved carefully removing small amounts of soil from beneath the north side of the tower. The process had to be meticulously planned and executed to avoid any sudden shifts that could further destabilize the tower. The idea was to allow the tower to settle back into a more upright position, under its own weight. Engineers hoped that by gradually removing the soil, the tower would slowly correct its lean. This was a delicate operation, requiring extreme precision. Any miscalculation could have led to disastrous consequences, making the task even more challenging. Engineers used special drills to create small tunnels beneath the foundation. These tunnels were strategically placed to ensure the stability of the structure during the soil removal process. They then removed the soil in tiny increments, constantly monitoring the tower's movement. Advanced monitoring equipment was used to track even the slightest shifts in the tower's position. The process took several years, from 1999 to 2001. It required patience and perseverance from everyone involved. It was slow and painstaking, but ultimately successful. The team celebrated their achievement, knowing they had preserved a piece of history. The underexcavation reduced the tower's tilt by about 45 centimeters, bringing it back to a safer angle. This significant reduction ensured the tower's stability for future generations. The engineers decided not to completely straighten the tower. They believed that maintaining a slight lean was essential to preserving its unique character. The lean is part of its history and charm. Visitors from around the world continue to marvel at this architectural wonder. The Leaning Tower of Pisa stands today as a testament to human ingenuity and the ability to preserve our cultural heritage. It remains a symbol of resilience and the enduring spirit of innovation.